now return to Decision House.
After listening to some harsh words from Sally's daughter Amber on tape, it was time for Rob to meet with her face to face so he could respond to Amber's accusations.
You two must have a lot that you want to say to Amber right now, so why don't we have her come in and you can talk to her directly.
Oh, baby. I was really surprised to see Amber. I was so happy that I could just give her a hug.
It was kind of emotional because it's hard to see her in that type of situation.
Amber, is there anything you want to say to Rob?
I don't like you with my mom at all, and I don't want you with her. I fear for her safety.
I understand how you feel.
You know what, I want to jump in because let's really take some of these things point by point. We've got some pictures. Okay, I have to say, I can't even imagine how painful it is.
Really sad that she had to see me like that.
What do you need to say, Amber? Anything you need to say. This is your time.
It's disgusting. The fact that you can physically put your hands on my mom makes me sick to my stomach. And I don't care if you say it's drugs. That's just you as a person. That's who you are.
I understand your fear. I do. I've done some terrible things. Your mom deserves to be treated wonderful. And I will continue to treat her the way that I did before.
I'm so sorry for making you worry about me, for not being stronger, and for not being a better role model. And I promise you, I will do better.
I'd like to have a one-on-one with just the two of you. Okay, I wanted to do one more exercise before Amber left because I'm really afraid that you're going to leave here and you're still going to have a lot of anger. This is one more opportunity for Rob to have some sense of what that was like for your mom to be trapped. Okay, what do you want to ask him?
I want you to describe to me what you did to my mom. I want you to tell me word for word what you did.
I got in your mom's face and yelled at her very aggressively. Grabbed her by her hair, back of her hair, and threw her down several times. I poured water on her, and I slapped her on her head several times. And I did this probably on 3 or 4 different occasions.
I was disgusted when he told me what he actually had done to her and how many times. I won't allow you to be in the same room with my mom. And if she chooses to do that, and if I have to, I will cut her off.
When Amber said that she will cut all ties of communication with her mom, to me shows major form of control. I have a hard time with that.
We don't hit her. We don't slam her to the ground. We don't pour water on her. We don't pull her hair and slap her in the face. That's not how you show someone that you love them.
I understand
That's controlling them.
I understand
and making them frightened for their life and scaring them into being with you. You're bullying my mom, and you're sitting here thinking that I am going to allow a relationship to go on when you physically abused my mom.
You ever wanted a second chance in anything? You ever made
I've
a
never
big
beat
mistake?
the out of anybody either.
You ever make a mistake and want a second chance? I did some terrible things to your mom. All right? I know that. I gotta live with that now.
I'm not forgiving you ever. Rob wasn't really thinking about what I was saying to him. He was just kind of thinking of a way to defend himself the entire time.
I know I've caused you a lot of pain and a lot of fear. I know I hurt your mom. And that's the last thing I wanted to do. I'm sorry for that.
I don't believe you, and you don't deserve to even try to make it work with her.
You done? You done?
Yes.
The night before decision day, Rob has one last conversation with Sally.
At some point, don't you want to just be married to somebody that loves you and,
Yeah.
you know? Then why don't we just be friends?
Is that what you want, Rob?
I can live with it, if that's what'll make you happy. I came here wanting my marriage to work. But having been here for several days, a lot of things have come up. It has changed quite a bit. I don't feel like I should force or have to guilt somebody into being with me.
If Rob made the decision for a divorce, I would be extremely angry. because all he's wanted coming here was to save the marriage.
You've told me hundreds of times I won't ever be able to fall in love with you, but yet the next day you say I'm so in love with you and I can't help that.
You haven't even learned enough to ask me why I feel that way.
If you're thinking that, why not say, Rob, can I add to that? Because I'm not going to say what you're expecting me to say.
I understand that. But going through my head is, he doesn't even care to ask me why.
If you don't think that I don't care about you by now,
You're right. There's so many good things about you. I know it seems like it's all bad, but it's not. If it was all bad, I wouldn't be here. I told you a long time ago, you're the most attractive man I've ever seen. But I told you that somebody's personality and actions can make them ugly. And what you did to me made you very ugly to me. But after you sitting and listening and expressing your feelings and acknowledging that you were to blame for everything that happened, I knew that I could love you again and feel the same way about you.
okay, well now I'm even a little bit more confused.
I have been all over the place with my decision. 1 minute I'm gonna stay, the next I'm done. There's a lot on me to make this decision.
I still want to be happy with her, but there are certain things that I need out of it as well. And if she's not willing to give it, as much as I want to stay, I have to say goodbye.
Coming up.
This is decision day. We brought you in to have polygraphs. These are the questions that you two wanted answers to.
Have you spent time sexually with another man? Have you had any type of sex with any other person?
And I have those answers here. So what do you want to do? Stay together or get divorced?
I think Sally would be a little bit surprised with my decision.
It's very, very difficult, but I know what the right decision to make is.
We now return to Decision House.
Rob and Sally have been all over the map, trying to decide whether they should stick it out or call it quits. But now, after 3 emotional days, it's time for their final decision about the fate of their marriage. This is decision day.
I'm scared, nervous, and just wondering what my future is going to hold.
You two have not seen each other since yesterday,
Correct.
and you've had time to give it some thought. Have you come to a decision?
Yes. When I came in here, I was 100% inside me that I wanted to be with her. But there's that part of me that says there's so much here that can't be fixed. I think Sally would be a little bit surprised with my decision.
Have you come to a decision, Sal?
Yes, this has been one of the biggest decisions I've had to make, but I know what the right decision is.
How do you feel right now?
Scared, nervous.
Rob, why don't you tell me, what are you thinking?
I'm scared. Exhausted.
Exhausted.
Past 3 days have been emotionally exhausting.
Now, before we get to the decision, I want to recap a little bit what's going on here. You came in the decision house trying to decide which path you're going to take. You talked to Dr. Tara Fields. You talked to a mediator. And we had your daughter here to address both you and Rob about how she feels. And I guess you will notice Dr. Tara took your rings from you because she wanted you to have them back when you knew and felt the meaning of them. And there they are, and you're going to be able to give us a decision and take those rings or not take those rings. Now, last night, we asked you to tell us who you thought you married and who you actually believed you married. I want you to both watch what each other said.
I thought the person I married was spontaneous, wild, sexy, open, energetic. The person I married, she's not energetic, she's not outgoing. I don't believe she's trustworthy. So it's quite different than the person I originally married.
I thought the person I married was charming, handsome, fun, a gentleman. The person I married really turned out to be an abuser, not a kind person, an ugly man, not a gentleman, and a controller.
Difficult things to hear on both sides, I would think. I know, Rob, with you that trust and lying was a huge issue. So we brought you in to have polygraphs. These are the questions that you two wanted answers to.
Have you lied about what you've done in Sacramento?
No.
Have you used any illegal drugs since February 2007?
No.
Since you met Rob, have you spent time sexually with another man?
No.
Since you met Sally, have you had any type of sex with any other person?
No.
Those were the things you wanted answers to, and I have those answers here. Sally, with respect to you, the polygraph examiner found no deception whatsoever. Rob, the polygraph examiner found no deception in any of your answers except for one. And that one was, have you ever had sex with anyone else since meeting Sally? And the result was that it was a deceptive response. What do you think about that answer? I saw you looking at it. What did you think?
100% confirms what I thought.
And Rob, you think that is a bunch of horse pucky, right? I can see it all over your face.
Since I've met Sally, yeah, and I've admitted to having dinner with the other woman. I haven't had sex with her.
Haven't had sex with her.
I
So
haven't
you
had
just
sex
think the
with her.
polygraph just misread you.
I don't know. When I
Right.
answered it, the thoughts or the feelings came up with having dinner or spending time with her. I did not
Okay.
have sex
With that woman
with that
at
woman. At all, no.
all. Okay. Before we go to the real decision, I want to make sure you understand this is not the conclusion to anything. This is the beginning of a new life for both of you, either a new life together, or if another decision is made, you have to do that well too. Rob, you have been through so much this week. I have seen changes in you, changes in your expression and in your demeanor, and you can make good changes out of that. Either way, this decision goes. And I want you to know that I see that and I feel that in you, and I see a stronger Sally. I don't know if you feel a stronger Sally, but I see a stronger Sally, and I'm loving the new Sally that I see. You hear me?
Yep.
Rob, I'm gonna ask you first. What do you want to do? Stay together or get divorced?
I came here knowing what I wanted 100%. I want to make it work.
And you want to stay and take the path of working with her. Is that right, Rob?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Sally, what do you want to do? Do you want to stay or do you want a divorce?